Hello, people. Today I want to react to what Pastor Ashimolowo had to say with his interview he had with the Outside the Box podcast. That was episode 39. And he said a lot of things. And there are some things that really caught my interest. And I really want to reiterate. All right? Because we really need to fix Nigeria. Nigeria is in a terrible state at the moment. There is a kind of cancer going on. So let's see some of his ideas and I'm going to react to it. All right.
Don't know Sokoto, they, they even Shagari is a village.
I know.
But the North has 390 plus tribes, most of them suppressed. Our Neros are watching video while Rome is burning. The second big problem of Nigeria, and one of them, in my opinion, this is my personal conviction. The second two other problem is leadership and system failure.
Now, he said there are two problems. One is leadership, one is system failure. Now, one is a function of the other, so I wouldn't say that the two go together, right? If we have good leaders build good systems. We look for system to emulate. We are not looking for results. That's how God designed the universe. He created systems. He created the laws of motion. Created the laws of physics. All those gravitational pull. All those centrifugal force. Those are systems that are keeping the planet in place, right? So a leader should build systems and allow systems to produce the results, right? Now, when we are running after results without considering the system, then it's a function of poor leadership, right? I believe the problem is actually on leadership, right? Because systems is a function of leader. The leader will produce the system. The leader will select those people of like precious mind who will be able to uphold the systems, who will be able to, uphold the rule of law, who will not be breaking the law by themselves. So I'm not going to agree with that to say that, okay, it's based on systems and also based on leadership. It's actually on leadership because leaders build the system.
Let me describe those two. Leadership is a great pilot who can fly a jet. System is a good plane that is ready to fly. The problem of Nigeria is many times.
Now, you see that analogy? Okay, now, what about when you don't have a plane? Because, you see, you don't have a plane yet, right? So what would the leader do at that moment? So using that scenario seems to be, inadequate because it doesn't really describe Nigeria because Nigeria is not even like a plane yet. So we need leaders to even build it in order for us to get that system in place before we look for another leader that may want to pilot it.
Times we are looking for good pilot, but we have broken the plane.
Yeah.
And yet we want the plane to fly. Driving here now to the studio. Okadama is riding where he likes. Light didn't work. We were just doing whatever we can to come here.
Now, you see what you just said now? That's the fact. Okay? A lot of people, they just do what they like in Nigeria. They don't follow the law. They don't obey the rules. The reason is because they can buy their way. You see, they don't see the law as binding to them. Because the people that are supposed to execute the law, to enforce the law, they are even breaking it. They could even be on the street robbing you of your hard-earned money. So if such people who are supposed to be in position of leadership, who are supposed to uphold the law, who are supposed to execute and enforce the law are now breaking the law, what do you think the reaction of the people will be? So trying to blame the people, I don't think is correct, right? Now, several of us have been to the West. You see that when you are driving and there's a policeman behind you and you see the speed limit, what do? You take caution, right? You take caution. See, let me just share this story. There was a day, my friend and I, we do study in the lab, right? Into late in the night before we leave campus, right? It happened in Huntsville, Alabama, all right? So there was this night, he left at about, let's say, 1, 2 a.m., having studied, because, we have exams, right? So now, why he was at the Ford Junction, because, there is this traffic light, it is, you obey the traffic light, right? So when it is green, you go. When it is red, you wait, right? Now, because it was at night and there was really no traffic, but that light was still red. Now, he didn't realize that there was a policeman with his vehicle that was just observing nearby. He wasn't visible at all. So this, my friend, thought that, there was nobody there looking. He just ran the red light. Immediately ran the red light. This police just turned on his light and just followed him. And that was it. There was no question. There was no I didn't know, because you broke the law. And he just, gave him a ticket. And that was it. The guy started lamenting, and that's it. You see, next time, he will never do it again. So if we have people that have integrity in position of leadership, because if you are a policeman, you are in a position of leadership. You are a leader. You are trying to enforce the law. If we have people that are enforcing the law and they have integrity, see, people will be forced. People will be forced because naturally, we humans, we are stubborn. We don't want to obey the law. We are lawbreakers. We need consequences, right? We need that consequence to be strict. So, blaming the people that people just act anyhow or something like that, I don't think that is the right right opinion or right perspective to look at it, because there's a reason behind it. The people that are supposed to enforce the law, where are they? Are they even well paid? Who are those who are supposed to pay them well? They are still in a position of leadership. So it all boils down to leadership. Okay, so that's just what I want to say with respect to that. Let's proceed.
Here, vehicles break down. I was going out yesterday, vehicle broke down on Alexander in Ikoyi. Our primest place. And nobody moved it. In fact, vehicle will break down in the middle lane. I will leave it. The system is broken. So you can't fix the presidency, the leadership, and leave the system. In my opinion, this is my opinion now, I believe we have a president who is ready to fix this nation. I believe he's seen it all. And I believe he is good intended.
You see, I really do not believe what Pastor Ashimolowo just said, because several of these people, you think that they are serious, but they aren't. Because there are many things that are just going wrong in Nigeria. You see, insecurity has been going on for years, and you cannot tell me that the government doesn't know about it. As we speak now, over 150 children are in the bush. They were kidnapped. The terrorists came. They took over 250 people, kids. They now released 100. They are still holding over 150 and 12 teachers in the bush as we speak now. See, they are backers to these terrorists. And with the powers behind the presidency, with the intelligence behind the presidency, I know it will have some understanding and some insight and some intelligence about those that are behind it. And if the presidency is ready, and if the government is ready, I tell you, insecurity would have been a thing of the past. We see them playing politics with insecurity. It's politics. So saying that I don't believe any politician in Nigeria today is ready to fix Nigeria. I don't believe it. I don't. Because there are many things that are so wrong that you don't really see them. Because when you think that, okay, they have a development going on, they have a project going on, that's the system is broken. If you don't fix the system, all those things you are trying to develop, say it is a coastal road or whatever, so long the system is bad, the system is corrupt, there's no way it could be sustained. You know how much Nigeria has spent on power? Because the system is broken. You will just continue to spend money on infrastructure that won't last. You know how much Nigeria spent on those refineries? We just waste resources. If the leader is not ready to fix the system, I don't think the leader is ready. So that's why I said I don't think any politician in Nigeria today is ready, because they are feeding on the system. It is the system that produced them. And in order for them to continue the position of leadership, they need to sustain that system. If any politician is ready, they will break down the system and start afresh. A lot of people will be fired.
Some of the things some people say, why they did what's the name of that road by the sea that is going from here to Calabar? They don't even, anything you do as a leader, somebody will criticize. The coastal road. I don't know if you remember. Third Mainland Bridge was opposed. I don't think you remember at all. Heavily opposed. I want you to, Mr. Femi, imagine Lagos without Third Mainland Bridge.
Yeah, I can just imagine. And what an imagination that would be.
To come to even this meeting, even though I'm not going through that bridge, I will know that the knock-on effect will mean that I need to leave home 2 hours in the same Lekki to come to VI. So somebody will criticize leadership. So in my opinion, I think we have a good head, but the head is not enough. So leadership and system failure. And in my opinion, therefore, as a 73-year-old man who have seen this nation and have lived in another economy for 41 years, I think we have focused too much on the people to lead and not the system to run.
You see, the system to run must be built by people to lead, right? People that are equipped, people that will be paid to do it, and will be ready to do it. People that are patriotic enough to do it. This will lead me to what I continue to emphasize in this channel, and that has to do with these 8-letter word, patriots, right? I talk about perseverance, I talk about accountability, I talk about trust, I talk about responsibility, I talk about integrity, I talk about opportunity, I talk about togetherness, I talk about success. When we have people that carry the spirit of patriotism, they'll be able to build Nigeria. Those are the kind of leaders we need. Nigeria is full of politicians that have greed running in their vein, corruption running in their vein, Because that's the system that produced them. We need people that can create system that works. There's a way environment shapes you. There are people in Nigeria that should have been a very patriotic citizens. But the system had so much shaped their worldview, shaped their perspective, that today they don't have a singular respect for Nigeria. They will prefer external nations to their country. When we have leaders that are accountable, and if you are a leader and you assign a job to somebody, it is your responsibility to hold those people accountable. There need to be trust between the followership and the leadership. These days, the citizen doesn't trust the politicians. We need to be responsible. The leadership must be responsible to the people. It's only when the election is fast approaching now, they will come and start campaigning, telling you what do we do. And when they get there, everything will become stories. We need people with integrity. These are people that can build a system. We need people that can build systems. We need to make the most of our opportunity at the moment. We have young people. We have a lot of resources. Foreign nations are coming to tap our resources. They don't even know. They are using us as slaves. Tap our resources. Making an ethnic group to clash. You know, it's like a divide and conquer strategy that when they are fighting, they cannot be focused. So they can just go in there and just extract their natural resources. Then there have to be unity. See that? There have to be unity. If you don't put Nigeria first, then Nigeria don't need in a position of leadership. Nigeria must be put first. We need to put religion to the back door. These are things that have divided us for a very long time. Ethnicity, tribalism, religion. So Nigeria must be first. If you don't put Nigeria first, you should not be a politician. You should not even be a leader. The police must put Nigeria first. And when we do all these things, you see, success will become like a second nature. If you are not angry at, the situation in Nigeria and you are still there, you are not angry, you've been to the West, you've seen the way things are, and you are in Nigeria and you are still trying to benefit from that same system, then you don't love Nigeria. You are not a patriot. You are not one of those Nigeria needs. Nigeria needs patriots. Let's go back to the interview and let's continue.
Let me tell you why I said that. Look at the United States of America. How come a groundnut farmer run America and America no fall apart? I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Jimmy Carter. How come one Nollywood man run America no fall apart? You know whom I'm talking about, kid?
True, I do.
Ronald Reagan.
Okay, yeah.
One guy in Papa be president, himself come become president, and the guy they shark, they drink,
I'll be only drink self. It was harder than just drink.
I don't want stop for drink. I don't want get into trouble.
If you know, you know.
He ran America, and the system did not fail. The only man who had problem with America was one who thought he was bigger than the system. I will not mention him. I don't know if you are getting my analysis.
I get you.
They have built a system that is bigger than the president. that even the Supreme Court can say no to the president.
See, what you just said now, it's correct. I absolutely agree with him, right? But for us to replicate that in Nigeria, we need people with integrity. We need patriots. We need people who are ready to die for the nation. I'm not talking about, serving in the military. It's not just like serving in the military. If you want to serve in the military, that's fine. You can go ahead. But I'm talking about you putting Nigeria first. People that are able to see what is wrong and will say it and will speak out. You don't say, okay, because of this person had benefited me before, this person had been my benefactor, and you see what he's doing and is wrong. You're not going to say nothing. Then you don't have integrity. For us to build a system that works, we need patriots. We need people that can persevere. We need people that can be accountable, that can be held accountable. We need a trust. We need people that are trustworthy. We need people that are responsible. We need people with integrity. We need people who will take the opportunity that Nigeria has at this moment and make the most of it. We need people who bring us together. And when we have people who can do this, then we can run a system. We can run Nigeria, and Nigeria will work. So it all boils down to leadership. It all boils down to leadership that has the spirit of patriotism. That have all these characteristics I've said now. Otherwise, we'll continue to chase shadows.
What we should be aiming at is, in fact, the crisis on ground now. We should use it to face some truth. From the presidency to the man on the street, mention who is behind any evil. Let us know them. Let them be taken to court. Let them be charged. And let there be no forgiveness.
Story. That's story for the gods. That's the system that brought them to power. I doubt if they would do it. I so much doubt if they would do it. If they would do it, they would have done it long ago. Long ago. Long ago. They are benefiting from the system. They are benefiting from it. They know that if that system collapses, they too will go with it. They will not do it. They will not.
Let's begin to clean the system. Because if you say there's corruption with the taxi man. Where he turn things. There's corruption with the man who even pick the dirty way they in front.
You see now, what Pastor Ashimolowo is trying to do here is trying to always attack the citizens. I don't like it. That's not correct. Because the citizens are making use of the system they have. Right? So if the leadership provides a system that works, a system that corrects them, a system that doesn't take bribe from them, then we mellow. You think everybody in the UK or everybody in Nigeria are law abiding? I mean, everybody in the UK or everybody in America or everybody in the West are law abiding? It is because the law works. If you do it, they will tear you ticket. And when they tear you ticket, the last time, how much did I pay? $147. $147. What did I do? I made a turn, right? Where I was not supposed to make a U-turn. I made a U-turn. And that was it. That was my offense. And there's nobody I can say, okay, please now, who you they beg? Who you they beg? You not they. You not they. You cannot even try it because you will be adding to your charges. When there is consequence to what people do, they will not repeat it. They will not repeat it. If we don't pay close attention to those that are enforcing the law, then people will continue to break it. They will continue to break it. So I think it all boils down to leadership. Criticizing followership, I don't think is the way to go, because it is the system that shapes you.
Front of my house, we say no go pick someone unless I give her extra naira. There's corruption with the man who traffic say make we stop. It's easier they drive big car. They say I can make you pass. I must give him money. So corruption is not just a leader. If you fix the system, it doesn't even matter who is president or prime minister. I believe
That's you see the thing now. If you face who face the system, it's the leadership, right? It's the leadership. You know, if we have laws in the books that cannot be enforced or are not being enforced, then there's a problem. We are building people. We are not building systems. There are people that are bigger than institutions. And that's a huge problem. When there are no consequences to wrong actions, then you are encouraging more lawbreakers.
lived in the United Kingdom for 41 years. In order to understand the United Kingdom, I first did the sociology of Britain. I went to do a degree on the sociology of Britain, although I didn't finish it, I backslided. After I got what I needed, I went to Open University, studied the sociology of Britain, and I realized 3 or 4 things. Number one, in 1,000 years, Britain has never had civil war.
Well, I don't believe that Nigeria's solution will come from any external force. You see, if you are not ready to fix your house, there is nobody outside that will come and fix it for you. If any external body comes and try to fix it for you, they will leave. You that have not fixed yourself, you will go back and destroy it again. You go back to square one. So I would, just wrap up by saying we need systems, but we cannot have systems without good leadership. So it all boils down to leadership. If you are a leader in a place, it is your responsibility to select those that will lead among you that will be upright. And when they are upright and they are able to hold people accountable, then you see that this will be getting better. Now, can't we even implement this police body cam video that is implemented in the West? Every police should have a body cam, your camera. You mustn't turn it off. You mustn't turn it off. Let's monitor them. If there is an incident, if there is something that have happened, let's go through the video and see what has happened. By so you put the policeman to check also. I just hope that we learn how to build systems. Let's carry the spirit of patriotism, and by so doing, things will get better. Things will get better. Nigeria will no longer be a place where people are traveling out of the country and they are going to give testimony in your church. You know what that means? They come to share testimony that they are leaving your country. And people are rejoicing over it. Wow. I just hope Nigeria will not continue to be like the land that vomits its inhabitants, that doesn't accommodate its inhabitants. You don't want to make Nigeria unlivable. You don't want to do that. And for that not to happen, you need systems. And for systems to be built, you need leaders that have the spirit of patriotism. You want to drop your comment? You want to share? You want to follow? That would be good.